In this video, I'll show you how I made this Zelda Breath of the Wild diorama based on the scene at the end of the Champions Ballad DLC. I made the armature for each of the 6 characters in the scene: Zelda, Mipha, Revali, Link, Urbosa and Daruk. For the first 5, I made the armatures from pieces of cardboard and bamboo skewers that I cut down to size and held together with UV resin. Some characters like Mipha and Revali had extremely dynamic poses, and making the armatures was a lot tougher than for characters like Link, who had much simpler poses. Some characters also had additional appendages and identifying features that I needed to work into the armature, like Revali's wings, Mipha's head fin, or Urbosa's juicy thighs. And Daruk was a whole other ball game. He's so chunky that instead of card and bamboo skewers, I carved into a block of foam and attached the pieces together with PVA glue and tissue scraps. I added a base layer of paper mache to each armature, sculpting in the basic form for the bodies, and then I added on extra details such as clothing, hair and accessories. For Zelda, she's wearing her royal gown, so I had to add on her long sleeves and her belt. Mipha has a lot of jewellery and her fins. Revali has braided hair, which was a challenge to sculpt, but I eventually settled on wrapping unfolded paper clips in thread and attaching them to the head. There was also Revali's skirt, talons and wings to deal with. Link just had a lot of belts and straps. Urbosa also had a skirt with lots of jewellery and accessories and little flares on her boots. And Daruk had a lot of hair tufts, a loincloth and a big old chain that's wrapped around him. Before I could properly paint the models, I needed to give them all a white gesso base coat to make sure that the paints would properly stick to the sculpt, and after that I did a base layer of coloured paint onto each piece. A lot of the colours, like skin tones or the royal blue of the champion's clothes, were reused across multiple, if not all, of the different pieces, which really sped things up. And then I had to paint on details in the clothing or aspects such as Revali's white wingtips. I made a base for all the pieces to sit on. I also made this from the foam, carved down with a craft knife and sealed in with a layer of tissue. I mixed the glue with green paint when sticking down the tissue, as this would make getting a solid colour nice and easy after the fact, and I stuck all the models in place.
Daruk, can you crouch down a bit? You're as big as Death Mountain. What's with the glum face, princess? Give me a big smile. Mipha, you look so tense. Deep breaths, okay? Revali, move your tail closer to the group.
Once everything was down, I touched up the paint jobs, did things like paint the underside of the model and coat everything in a matte decoupage finish. And with that we are done, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you did, it lets me know that this is something you want to see more of. Join the Discord link down below and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye!